Victorine, no, I want you, please, for the first time in your life, you and your sister, Europeana, must apply yourselves. It's the beginning of a new year. It is we're a week into the new year. You must try to apply yourselves to new hopes, new ideas, new challenges. We must all challenge ourselves, my dear. Are we on? I'm sorry, we don't have music. We're recuperating still from the holiday. I must apologize. I was très dishabille last week. As you know, Mummy celebrated far, far too much on the New Year. I'm not usually like that, but but just a second. I must speak to my servant people. This program is a hodgepodge, and I must tell you that we are trying to live up to our New Year's resolutions. And we all have them here. We all have them at the Gay Cable Network. And Victorine and Europeana, first of all, I want you not to carry those strange little dolls about the house. Leave them in my linen. Short sheet my bed all the time with these strange little dolls. Just remember short sheeting in camp. They'd short sheet the bed. Horrible tricks they play on me. Really, my dears, I am your patroness, or your patronatrix, or whatever you want to call it. You have come here, courtesy of me and the Internal Bureau of Immigration, or Foreign Friendliness, or whatever it is, and we are responsible for your care. No, don't mumble, and please, what are you doing with that cat litter? Really, they play with excrement. They have dolls with needles in them. I don't know what people from that area of the world do. Victorine, I shall speak to you later, all right? Please. And stop eating with your feet, Europeana. All right. Darlings, we're back. As you see, I have on my Edith Head glasses. My Edith Head glasses. Well, actually, the most famous people in the world wore these glasses. Mies van der Rohe, I.M. Pei, Philip Johnson, Trotsky. Let's see, I believe Lenin wore these glasses, Edith Head, and Sybil wears these glasses. No, but darlings, I have my other glasses, but these are my letter-writing glasses, and I'm tying up loose ends today. Now, I must tell you that, well, first of all, as you remember last week, I had, before I go on, Godzilla has been voted the co-host of the year. I advertised for a co-host last September, and received no letters, only Godzilla after his triumphal return to the screen. Godzilla 1985 volunteered, and so, Godzilla, you're writing my letters for me. Thank you. Off you go, off you go. I believe Godzilla is going to have guests of his own soon. Now, as you remember, we had leftovers from our party. What do we do with that awful food that we have after those New Year's parties? Really, you know that we're all living on donuts and popcorn, but we must try and keep up a noblesse oblige. Never eat donuts with our fingers. No, no, no. Lovely. And of course, my very own godson, Lou Maletta's hangover cure, natural orange soda, like Soho soda or those sugarless with fructose, and 3 jiggers of Stolichnaya vodka. Just a second. Lovely. I don't still have a headache or a hangover, but I do love this beverage. And it's so much cheaper than champagne. And don't forget, we must never pick up popcorn with our fingers. We must eat it like a lady, like a lady. How disagreeable. But we must still do that. Lovely. Now, what do I have to tell you this year? Oh, we're going to be taping. Lou, you must tell me, where are we taping the show?
At the Vital Arts Center.
Oh, but
78th Avenue.
Yes, but that's last week we taped there. This is January 9th. We taped there the 6th. What day are we on? Oh, no. I don't know where we're at. Anyway, we're taping somewhere. We loved the Shandol. We loved the Shandol last year. Oh dear, I've completely destroyed the illusion. Well, what else can I tell you about? I don't think anything. Maybe we should cut away for a commercial. It's January 9th. We've covered the post-New Year's diet. Really, don't laugh. And, we got a letter. Thank goodness. And Sybil Brunson's T-shirt, we'll have a commercial for that, I'm sure. I hope many of you got this for the Earring Relief Fund. Now listen, we'll cut away for a commercial. We'll be right back, darlings. Oh, we're back. I'm eating the Lou Maletta weight loss and gain diet. It's popcorn, which has no calories, and donuts, which have 5,000 calories. Lovely suggestion, Lou. Thank you. Now, I'm reading my mail. We have Sybil, darling, having a wonderful time in Italy. When we mention you, they all say, Che cosa, or is that Che cosa? Che cosa, what does that mean, Lou? Che cosa, I think that means that thing. But I know they love you. By the way, newborn baby dolls with genitalia are real big here. Really? I wonder if that, oh dear, Gary Bowers signed that. Gary, darling, does that, by the way, newborn baby dolls with genitalia are real big here, or by the way, newborn baby dolls with real big genitalia are real here? Well, we'll figure that out later. Thank you, Gary, for the postcard. And we have another one here from, Edward Maloney, who was also in Italy. Look at this. Can you get a shot of that, Lou? Quite extraordinary. And he goes on, he says, Italy has so many splendors which bring one to one's knees to worship. Especially Italian meat. It had a flavor and texture that made me feel positively pierced with divinity. I like their food too. Well, anyway, now we have one last letter here. Oh, I know that some of you are admiring. Oh my, money. Some of you are admiring this. Yeah, Leona Helmsley. This was going to be a thank you note show, and we must write thank you notes for our presents. We must always do that. That's why I have on my Edith Head glasses. I didn't tell you earlier. I'm writing thank you notes. Thank you notes. This is a sign of good breeding. And since I have been declared the America's ambassador to good taste in 1986, I must share these tips with you. But I was writing thank you notes, and I was given a chandelier as a Christmas present, a whole chandelier, by the Helmsleys. And it was quite extraordinary, and I must tell you, it was a gigantic chandelier, but it was, without doubt, one of the ugliest things I've ever seen in my life. No, really, and then a friend of mine told me that she had seen it in the lobby of their hotel last week. You see, they're redecorating, and they decided to give away all the furnishings as a present. Well, Leona, I have to write you a present, and I must tell you that that nice chandelier took a little nasty spill down the stairs, but I saved one little teardrop, sort of Danish modern teardrop, and you'd be amazed what a lovely magnifying glass it makes. Oh yes, it's quite a lovely reading glass. I went to the opera last week. Oh my, isn't that a lovely act? Yes, yes, and a lovely magnifying glass. Thank you, Leona, for the $16,000 magnifying glass. Now anyway, where were we? I got a letter. Let's see. Dear Ms. Brunson, my roommate and I watch your show faithfully and think you're hilarious. Thank you, my dear. I can't remember the first show we watched, but it must have been when dinosaurs were roaming the earth. I'm 3,000 years old, but we've been loyal and enthusiastic fans ever since. My roommate, Michael, H, I shan't lose his last name, is from Australia. Australia. I must tell you, why doesn't our show go to Australia? They're terribly attractive down there. It's from Australia, and we'll be returning there permanently in January. Michael, I hope I shall meet you before you leave. I would love to give him an autographed picture of you for Christmas, since it undoubtedly will be a long time, if ever, before you will broadcast in Brisbane. Am I right? Is she right, Lou? No. No, our show is in Cincinnati. It's in San Francisco. I left my heart in San Francisco. Hello, Tony Bennett. Let's see. No, our show is going all over the place. I believe our show is going to Luxembourg next month or something. Belgium. Well, why not Luxembourg? Luxembourg's very dignified. But my dear, now who wrote this? Mary Smith. Mary, darling, Mary W. Smith of Dragonfly Software. My dear, I'm sure our show is going to go to Australia. How could my show not go to a place that is known for its handsome men? I realize it's pretty short notice for Christmas, but I would appreciate... Pretty short notice for Christmas? The letter is dated. Well, anyway. We must try and keep our continuity here as far as dates and times so that our audience hasn't entered a new dimension. You remember that last year? You are in a different dimension. If you could try to send him one by then, my knife is falling off the plate. If indeed you ever send any photographs of yourself out at all. My dear, my photographs bought me groceries in 1985. Sybil Brunson is starving. And I must admit I wouldn't mind one myself. I shall be glad to send you one, Mary, and I shall personalize it to you and Michael. Oh, how lovely. P.S. If Daphne... Oh, is Daphne Thorndickle going to appear again, ever? The two of you had us in stitches during that show. Mary, I shall send you a Sybil Brunson evening gown for that letter. It says, is Daphne Thorndickle... Now, I must tell you a little joke before we sign off tonight. The Daphne Thorndickle show, which took place in Central Park, was the beginning of the studio wars here at Gay Cable Network. We took up sides. There were 12 on one side, 12 on the other. Some people adored the show, some people hated it. I was ambivalent. There were things I loved, things I hated. But my niece's performance, Daphne Thorndickle, she was quite extraordinary. And we're going to show that again, whether Lou Maletta likes it or not, on one of those days when we do a best of bruncheon. Just like Johnny Carson, we're going to do best of bruncheon for those days when Mummy has a headache or she hasn't made enough money. She will put on a rerun. And, Mary, we'll put on that Daphne Thorndickel show again, won't we? I think that was a good show, too. Central Park looked magnificent. Lou Maletta is a wonderful filmatrix. He can film outdoor scenes brilliantly. I shan't trust him to write material for me. I shan't trust him on his good taste or judgment, but definitely the man can film out of doors. I'm getting the high sign, I see. Just a second. Oh, yes. So we'd better cut away. We're cutting away for a week. Oh, but we have filmed last week at the Liberal Arts Center, so I don't know where we'll be next week. Oh, I know. We'll be showing you those shows from the Liberal Arts Center next week. Yes, that's how it works. So, darlings, we'll talk to you soon. Write your thank you notes. Thank you, Ivana Trump. And eat your donuts and leftovers. And, Mary, I'll get that off to you. And we'll see you later. Godzilla and I say au revoir until next week, darlings. Toodaloo.